Hey guys, what's going on? It's Sandman here, and I want to make a video, another sandbox if you will, about why Namco is better than Capcom. I'm going to explain reasons why. I want to hear your reasons, like who do you think's better, you know? Like there's a big, obviously the Street Fighter Tekken debate has been going on for years now, and you know, so here we go. This is my breakdown of it. This is why Namco, I think, is better than Capcom. Right, here we have a game, Tekken 6. Okay? The game came out in, let's say, well, I can't remember the exact date, so it must say behind here, 2009. Okay. This came out in 2009, and it's lasted until 2012. Okay? Late 2012 as well, you know? So, the game's got lastability, so what Namco do is they bring out polished games. So when I say that, it means, say for instance, like Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is coming out in like 2 weeks, and what they'll do is they'll make a game which will be made fully completed, no shortcuts. The only things they might update is the online play, like they did in Tekken 6. That's the only things they will update. Even add more game modes, that's what they do, but it's all for free as well, you know. And Capcom, the makers of Super Street Fighter 4, which in my eyes is still up there as one of the best fighting games in the community. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which is also one of the best fighting games in the community still. This game, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which is complete garbage, and I'll keep that here, and I'll explain why in a second. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But this is where the big thing, right, and regular Street Fighter 4, which also come out in 2009. 2008. Yeah, 2008. 2008. Yeah. Right, let's have a look at these two for now. I'll start off with the two Street Fighters. Street Fighter 4 and Super Street Fighter 4. What Capcom did was, they made Street Fighter 4, it took them like 10 years to make a new Street Fighter after Third Strike, and the game was good, it was amazing. At first, the game was so good, like it was polished, it looked beautiful, and then all of a sudden they started to add DLC, which you had to pay for, and everyone was like, oh, so we're not getting it for free even though we paid £40 for the game, or $60 for the game, and they were just like, nah, you're going to have to pay for all your costumes and this, and we're like, okay, we'll give you that bit of money, you know, we're happy that you made the Street Fighter game back, you brought it back, thanks for doing that, here's some more money for costumes, so we did that. And then, like, a year later, in like 2009, just around, a bit after Tekken 6 come out, they brought this out. Don't quote me on the dates, by the way, I could be wrong. But they brought this out, okay, but it was only like a year after, something like that. And this game, Super Street Fighter 4, no game changes, okay? There's no game changes, all it is tweaks. They added more characters, which was really good. They added a whole lot array of characters, but still, no game changes, same game. Here's another £40 for you. All they needed to do was make it DLC, make a couple more character slots. There you go, bang bang boom. You've got more stages and more characters. Don't need to spend £40 on a new game. Well, that's what we did anyway, and plus, and then you go, oh yeah, by the way, here's Arcade Edition. You know, here's Arcade Edition, bang, okay, we buy that for some reason, for 4 characters and tweaks. And then Yun and Yang. You know, like, and then they bring out Yun and Yang, overpowered, broke the game basically, but that's another story. But yeah, what they did was they totally fucked up again. They made us they charged us another, like, I think it was 1,600 or 200 Microsoft points for this, for AE, another thing on this game, which come out a year after the game again. So once again, the game didn't have time to settle and become its own game. Like where Tekken 6 here, made by Namco, has lasted 3 years, okay? So this is the difference right here. These games are lasting 3 years, and like these games are lasting a year, okay? That's one big difference. And here's another one as well. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the original, okay? This game was out 7 months before they brought this one out. What were they trying to achieve? Okay, we all know Capcom love their money. They like to make half-built games, we know this. And for some reason, they thought, I know, this game was such a big hit, we'll add a couple more characters like we did with AE, and we'll add a couple more stages like they did with AE, and then they'll put this on extra, which is another £30 or however it was. It's fucking stupid. Like, Harada come out on Twitter and he was like, if you buy the limited edition of Tekken Tag Tournament 2, you're going to get DLC characters, all of them. You're going to get new stages, all of them. You're going to get an art book, you're going to get this, this, this and this. And it's like, oh brilliant, you got loads of nice extras in there, soundtrack and everything. And but he said, don't worry if you don't buy the special edition, the only things you will technically missing out on is basically the soundtrack, the art book. Because the DLCs will come out eventually, but they will be for free, which is just amazing because that's what we need. We pay £40 for the game. He appreciates that. And he says, okay, here's some things extra for you for buying the game, which is fantastic. You know, we love that. And Capcom made this game, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. The game where basically they put the DLCs on the disc, right? Don't be surprised if Tekken Tag Tournament 2 has put DLCs on the disc, but you're getting them for free, so it doesn't matter. They're just making sure if you buy the limited edition, you get them early, but you're not going to have to pay anything extra for them to come out. Okay, now Street Fighter Cross Tekken, they nickel and dime you for everything. Like, put it this way, the game come half done. We know that. It come half done. There was characters locked. People hacked into the game and went, wait there's Lars, Cody, Blanca, and the rest of the new ones, Guy, and so forth, you know? And it was just like, wait a minute, so they're already on the disc and you're not releasing them? And they were like, yeah, but it's easier to put into DLC then. It's like, why the even DLC? You don't need to be DLC, they're on the fucking disc. Come on, like, it gets me enraged because Capcom has treated me well over the years, you know? Like CVS 2, my favourite fighting game of all time. You know, I was really good at that game. I really enjoyed it. It was so fun. A great array of characters. Third Strike, so complicated. The game lasted 10 years. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, the game lasted 10 years. The game was brilliant, you know? Everyone loved it. But now they realised after Street Fighter 4 came out and how much it sold that they just got a nickel and dime everyone. And what Namco did is, this sold the most copies out of every fighting game of all time, Tekken 6. And they still said, right, we're not going to release any more DLCs, let the game be the game. We're not going to do anything like that. We're not going to nickel and dime you because you enjoy it, you know. They actually appreciate their customers. Like, I'm a big Capcom lover, you know. I'll buy every game. Look, that's why I've got every iteration of the fucking game twice. That's why I've bought all the DLCs. That's why I've fucking got, like, all the additional costumes and characters and whatever on all the games, because I love the games. They're brilliant, you know? But they don't need to do all that. They're going to wreck the company, and, like, I'm just worried now with the new Street Fighter, like, say if Street Fighter 5 gets announced, or CVS 3, they're going to be like, oh, but we forgot to put these characters in the game, and you have to download them separately, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to add gems on it to make the game easier for new people, and they're just fucked up. Basically, what they did was Tekken 6, they went, here's the game, like it or love it, that's the game. And if you don't want to get used to it, go and play something else. But this is Tekken, so it's hard to play, get used to it, you know. And so that's what they did, and that's what they're going to do with Tekken Tag Tournament 2 as well, which is good. Let the game be the game. Don't be making balance changes. Like, for instance, fucking Street Fighter 4, Abel, amazing character, one of the best. Then it went to Super Street Fighter 4, made them bad, because people were moaning about how good he was in Street Fighter 4, and then you're like, oh crap, he's still bad. Let's adapt him again in AE, and make him even more terrible. And then he made them more terrible, and then the people who used Abel were like, oh my god, this is like, he's a terrible character, I can't use him. So they made him good again in 2012. Oh, man. It's a big rant, I know. I don't know, I'm sorry that I have to go through all of it, but this needs to come out, you know. Capcom, please up your game with your new games, you know. Fuck Darkstalkers, that's a terrible series, no one cares about that. Make Street Fighter 5, that's what we want, or CVS 3, that's what we want. We don't want another iteration of Marvel vs. Capcom. Super Marvel vs. Capcom Hero Edition or Villain Edition. I don't give a fuck about all that shit. Fucking, what's it called? Stupid Marvel Origins. Who gives a fuck about that, you know? Some people want their proper games. a game that you can dig your teeth in. You got 3 years to learn this bad boy, you know? So, I don't know, man. I don't know what they're going to do, but this is why Namco are a generally better company when it comes to making games. You don't shortcut the polished, and personally, I've been getting into Tekken, you know? I've been getting ready for Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and to be honest, when that Tekken Tag Tournament 2 comes out, I will not be playing these fucking games. I will not. Like, Street Fighter 4, the original, dead anyway. Street Fighter Cross Tekken, dead anyway. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is probably the only game I might still play. That's dead, and I'm not playing this again, because it's crap now. It's dead. I know it's big in the fighting game scene, everyone loves this game, it's brilliant, but I've played it so much now that I'm looking for something new to play, and Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is going to be the game, I think. It's going to be brilliant online, you know? Like, I don't enjoy the ranked, I don't enjoy the people playing it, but I think the game itself will be brilliant, you know? So, I'm going to try and play the top players and get good at Tekken. So, because this game now, for me, it's good, you know? There's too many good players on it now, though, for me. Like, everyone on it now has upped their game. I know everyone in Tekken is probably 10 times better than me at Tekken, but it's a new challenge, you know? I like the characters, I like the design of the game, and I'm getting used to playing it, you know? I'm going to be forming a team of Jack 6 and Marduk, you know? And everyone knows how much I like Marduk in this shitty game. So, who said I can't love him on a proper fighting game, you know? So, this is my video anyway, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please comment on what you think. Who's the better company? Who makes the better games? And yeah, if there's a company out there that I didn't mention, like the King of Fighters guys, they're good, like SNK. You know, they're really good. NetherRealm make Mortal Kombat games, you know, they're good as well. So name your favourite like game company. It's just general games or fighting games, you know, I'd like to hear them, I'm really interested. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.